Why are you in your socks?
Because it's the last night in Kerry. Right, cheers.
Cheers.
What an amazing time in County Kerry.
And a great boulevardier, can I say, made with the only Irish vermouth.
The only Irish vermouth in Valentia Island.
Is that what it's called?
Something like that.
Fantastic.
Thanks to Andrew for the great cocktails. So we've been staying in the Ash Hotel in Tralee, and I couldn't recommend this hotel enough. The staff have been just amazing.
Brilliant breakfasts, fabulous suite, service second to none. It's been wonderful.
Yeah, so thanks very much. So we were invited down here to promote the Kingdom of Kerry Greenways, which are 2 years old this year. And because we ride a tandem, we were asked if we would ride the tandem along the Greenways. And during that, then we met Andy and Diana from Light Bikes, who've just won a Sustainability Award, which is fantastic for them. So we got the tandem, we rented the tandem, and day one we went to
Phoenix,
Monday,
which was about 13 kilometres down the Greenway to a beautiful little fishing village, stunning views, absolutely gorgeous. And how lucky were we with the weather?
Amazing. The
My
weather
goodness
has been
me.
just glorious.
We're bringing that sunshine back to Belfast, everybody.
The next day we went to Listowel and we met Andy again and got the tandem again. Did the other part of the Greenway, which was equally fabulous. We've obviously spent millions on developing these greenways and the infrastructure that supports them and the cycle paths throughout the towns. So from a sustainability and an eco point of view, this is definitely a place to come where you can hire bikes and the infrastructure is all fantastic that supports that. So thanks to Kerry Council, to Discover Kerry and to the Kingdom of Kerry Greenways.
Yeah.
Who are the guys that we've been tagging in all of the stories. We probably haven't been boring you with the stories.
But Listowel is such a little gem, especially for people who love a bit of theatre like ourselves. And you've got the Writers' Museum there, and you've got the John B. Keane pub.
John B. Keane pub,
Which
John B. Keane
unfortunately,
statues.
unfortunately was being decorated whenever we
Yeah.
arrived. We could smell the wet paint, and they'd taken all the fantastic history and artwork and everything off the walls.
Yes.
So the one day that we had arrived, we didn't get to see any of it, but the Writers' Museum is fantastic.
But we got to meet Phil, who was serving behind the
Oh,
bar.
yeah.
She is an amazing character. So if you're down in Listowel, anytime from the next couple of weeks forward for racing or wherever events are happening in Listowel, definitely call in to the John B. Keane pub. Lunch in Listowel.
Oh, Lizzie.
Lizzie's little kitchen.
Lizzie is a hoot.
We
laughed
and
and
laughed.
Poor Lizzie.
Poor Lizzie. All I can say is heaven help the other customers who were in her place.
We were
a bit raucous.
we were slightly badly behaved, I think.
Super, too.
Not like now.
Cheers. So then we did a bit of a walking round Listowel and we had our evening meal in the Listowel Arms Hotel. Which
Beautiful.
Beautiful hotel. Great bridal suite, which Marta was very keen to show us, overlooking the river and overlooking the race course. So all good in Listowel. And now we're back in the Ash Hotel.
Delicious meal
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
tonight.
Delicious
really,
meal
really
tonight.
lovely.
We need to backtrack on some of the meals because we were at Kate Brown's
That
last night.
crab mornay was extraordinary. It was so rich and delicious and unctuous and cheesy and creamy. I've run out of adjectives to describe it.
It could have been. It
Huge
could have been
portion.
about
Huge
a third
portion.
of the size. Mind you, we managed to
But it was
finish
the
it all
most
off.
delicious thing I
Yeah.
have tasted in
Yeah.
a long time.
So that was in Ardfort.
was, where I got attacked by bats.
Attacked by bats
in the
the
cathedral.
Ardfort Cathedral, which is worth seeing, and we got some lovely photographs in the sunset.
Yes, for those of us who love a little bit of the Gothic, I would strongly recommend you go down there because it just had that feeling, didn't it? It was beautiful.
It's like something in a Bram Stoker movie or something like that. It was fantastic. So that's really been the highlights. I mean, we have to thank again Kerry Council for the invitation. There are far too many to name, and it would be embarrassing because we'd probably forget to say somebody. But County Kerry is probably the friendliest county in Ireland. We had an itinerary and it was jam-packed with things to do. We were nearly late for everything because everybody just wants to talk.
To chat. Absolutely.
The other very important thing I need to say to you is that as well as coming down here, it's a 600-mile round trip to come to Kerry from Belfast. They're very eco-friendly, into e-travel, everything environmental. There's a wetlands park here, which is amazing.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, I forgot to say that.
Award
You've got
winning.
Rose of Tralee.
We didn't win.
We didn't win. Award-winning wetlands park, Rose of Tralee Gardens, but all the environmental stuff, the eco-friendly pieces, we thought it would be really brilliant. Could we manage to drive down here in an electric car? So we were honoured to be given one of the new all-electric Ford Capris from Trust Ford. And I was a skeptic, I have to say, about electric cars, particularly coming to the slightly more remote areas where you're maybe not sure if there's going to be charging, and all that range anxiety stuff that goes on in your head about, well, what happens if we get stuck? I have not thought about it. Once you get used to it, I think for the first day when we were driving from Belfast, I was looking at the percentage of the battery and the percentage of the charge, and every percent it went down, I was, oh, where's the next one? Oh, what happens if? Oh, where's the next charging point going to be? But gradually you get into a way of knowing it. I think there's been a couple of issues with actually the charging stations. And that main issue has been because I'm on a UK mobile phone. Sometimes the signal hasn't been ideal. And because I'm doing a pay-as-you-go and not signing up to each of the providers, that's proved a little bit jiggly.
There's a lot of teething problems and lack of experience, and if we did it again, there wouldn't be the same issues because we would know how to deal with it.
It's got less and less worrying as the time has gone by, which has been great. The Capri itself, it's yellow, or Daytona yellow, if you remember the old Capris. Now, listen,
It's gorgeous colour. I love it.
But
it's so retro.
it's such a retro colour. But I mean, it's all you need and more, really, is what the Capri branding
We got
is.
a lot of admiring glances and comments. That lady in the car park of the hotel who came over to tell us her stories about her experiences back in the 1970s in her Capri.
In the back seat of her Capri,
we were quite
might we say.
quite red-faced. And
We didn't let her get into the back seat of this one.
She was very jealous. What sort of a Ford did she have now?
She has a Ford
modern,
Puma, I think, or something.
But
so
she was very excited to see ours.
Yeah, I think the electric cars in general, you know, if you're talking about the acceleration, there's the instant power that comes with them, there's the quietness that comes with them, there's a technology that's attached to a lot of electric and more modern cars. All that is really good. For the Capri specifically, listen, it's not a Capri, right, as you know it, as in like the 1970s. And Capri as a brand name has a lot of very strong connections, strong alliance, what do you call it, fans. And this is not a Capri for them, and a lot of people don't like the look of it. It's a small SUV. There's plenty of space in it. So in terms of a new electric car, it's spot on.
We loved it.
It drives beautifully on the road. It's very, very quiet. We did the 6-hour trip down here. I think we charged once while we were on the journey, and I had expected to feel really tired having driven that distance. Not at all. It's a lot of massage things going on in the seat. It's a lot of support in the seats. I did a video about a walk around for the Capri. It's probably on our grid and on our website as well. And I think I'll do a summary piece. I think there's a bit of feedback we would give to Trust Ford in terms of the navigation system and a huge big iPad equivalent thing, screen that sits in the middle of the dashboard. It
takes a while to get used to, but we're getting there.
Yeah. And it's sometimes a wee bit awkward to find things on it. And the other thing that happens is it has these touch-sensitive haptic style buttons to control the lights, the heated steering wheel, the cruise control, the volume, all that type of stuff. And today I thought, I'm having a hot flush because we're driving along. It was quite a warm day. It was a sunny day. But I thought, what is going on? And then I realised about 3 miles down the road, I had the heated steering wheel on. And I must have touched it as I got in. And I was thinking, oh God, really warm. Anyway.
You're going, feel my hands,
I know.
My hands.
So I think the Capri is definitely worth a look if you're looking for that type of vehicle. Trust Ford were brilliant in terms of the handover to us. And we're, delighted that they were able to lend us the Ford Capri to bring us down here. And to do a 600-mile round trip, Belfast to Kerry, we've had no bother with that car whatsoever. And actually, I've seen... There's maybe been others, but I have seen 3 people stop at the car while we've been in a restaurant or whatever, and they've been taking photographs of it. So it draws your attention when you see it on the road.
Yeah, it's a statement car.
It's a statement piece. So thank you to Trust Ford for lending us the car. I suppose in summary, we will be back to County Kerry. We have
100%.
We've had a ball. The people, the warmth of the people, the amount of time they've given us and spent with us, they've been very generous with their time, their hospitality. They couldn't do enough for you. We've eaten some lovely food. We've stayed in this lovely hotel, which is the Ash Hotel in Tralee, and they put us in this suite.
And the Ash Hotel also has a gorgeous little bar across the road called Roundy's, which is really quirky, really unique, 100% up our street, really interesting cocktail list.
Yeah.
And the interior is stunning. Unfortunately, it wasn't open whenever we arrived, but very kindly the barman opened it for us.
I know.
Which was
Andrew.
quite a privilege to have that.
Yeah. So I think that's it. Well, if you check our website, I'm going to try and I'm a bit behind with the content, been gathering stuff, but I haven't edited a lot of pieces together. But there'll be one page on our website which has everything on it in terms of the hotels, the accommodation, the restaurants, the bars, the car. So you can check there. We'll put a couple of links on to the various pieces. And I mean, if you look on the Kerry website, there's 25 things to do in the Kingdom of Kerry. I suppose 25 things to do in the Kingdom of Kerry in 2025. There's
a lot more than 25.
Oh, there's a lot more than 25.
Can we just say?
It's absolutely worth coming down here in terms of a staycation on the island of Ireland, in terms of the sustainability elements. And if you already drive an electric car, do not be worried about the availability of charging points on the way down or when you get down here to Kerry. It's been no bother whatsoever.
Plenty. Yeah.
So I think that's us. We're hitting the road tomorrow morning, and another six hours drive back up. I'll be sorry to give the car back now.
I know, definitely.
Right.
Definitely is lovely.
Cheers, folks.
Right, listen, cheers.
If you want any more information, or if you have any questions or comments, drop us a line. We'll try and answer them. We'll give you some recommendations for when you're coming down to County Kerry. Good night.
Bye.